Vorkuta, the fourth largest city north of the Arctic Circle and easternmost town in Europe. Vorkuta is by all means an uncomfortable area for living. The presence of permafrost, bare tundra, frequent snowstorms together with severe frost, and the polar night complicate the human activities. Looking back in time, in 1930, a geologist named George Chernow discovered substantial coal fields by the river Vorkuta. With this discovery, 1 year later, the coal mining industry started, and with it a new settlement started to develop around the coal fields. Like many other Russian Arctic cities and towns established in the first half of 20th century, the story of Vorkuta's foundation in the 1930s and its early development are linked to the Gulag system that used prisoner workforce in mining and construction activities in remote areas with harsh natural conditions.
Vorkuta's foundation was a result of the unsustainable economic situation in the Soviet Union when the rapid industrialization required cheap workforce, the demand that was satisfied with forced labor. Moreover, the unsustainability of the Vorkuta's foundation was also defined by the lack of construction materials, equipment, consumer goods, and food in the area. Everything had to be brought from the Afan, making the city's autonomous existence impossible. Despite all the hardship, Vorkuta grew over the whole socialist period, while the first inhabitants of Vorkuta were Gulag prisoners and forced migrants. After the decline of the Gulag system in mid-50s, voluntary migration set in. Migrants were motivated to live and work in the Arctic due to the higher wages that were proposed. The city and the industry started to flourish during the World War II. With more prisoners arriving, which meant more coal produced, the city played a major role supplying the Soviet Union and fulfilling the increased demand for coal during the war. By 1989, Vorkuta reached a maximum population number of 116,000 people. After the Soviet Union collapsed and worldwide declining demand for coal, mines started to close, the town's fortunes changed again and the city began depopulating. In 2019, the population of Vorkuta was only around 54,000 people. Like other Arctic cities established at the time, Vorkuta was viewed by the central government as a center of colonization and a symbol of the Communist Party rule. This implied that it should evolve into a permanent and multifunctional city with a distinct Soviet identity in the built environment, symbolizing the power of the state. In this respect, the city was playing against all odds in impossible extreme conditions, realizing the ambitious idea without counting economic, environmental, or human cost. The city's urban development did not assume adaptability of the built-up area and utilities to the changes in economic and social settings. The Soviet-Russian case demonstrates the importance of institutional capacity and how decisions made in one era shape the options available in the next one.
Since the mid-2000s, the administration of Vorkuta has worked out an urban planning approach aimed at adapting to the negative effects of urban shrinkage, which was called controlled shrinkage. At the core of controlled shrinkage is a compact development of the central, most habitable districts of the city with apartment buildings renovation, enhancing the quality of utilities and infrastructure. People living in the city outskirts are